Hey Chad, how you doing? I'm just setting up here. Um, Everything seems to be different way around. Started off by going live from without having it scheduled, and I was just going, "Oh, where does it appear on my in my YouTube studio?" But found it all. I'm all good now. I think I'm in here now. Hope you're doing well, man. How's your headache? Hopefully your headache's gone. Um, That sucks when you have a continual headache like that. I The last times I've kind of had continual headaches, it's usually been when I've tried to get off coffee. And I tell you what, coffee's got a pretty strong hold on me. Just been playing some games and tending to this headache still. Got your notification you're live. Cool, thanks for dropping in, man. That's super cool. Yeah, it look like you're doing all the right things. You're getting, massage and all that. I don't know. Are you a Cairo person? I've got a really good Cairo. I'm pretty big on that, and he's one of those chiropractors who actually, will kind of lean you into it and crunch you like that, and you just go, oh shit, and but it actually feels good afterwards. It's been around 10 to 11 days now. Oh man, doctor prescribed some beta blockers and muscle relaxers. Never taken muscle relaxers before. Bit anxious about them. Yeah, been going to the chiropractor as well. Yeah, okay. Bugger, man, that is a pain. That is a massive pain. Yeah. Don't know, is the signal and everything going through there? I just received an error message from YouTube. It says I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. And as always, I'm doing a live stream in my car, so it can be yeah, literally, yeah, it can be a bit. Now I have to make this. I'll bring it down to about 10 or something. 9, just try and get that sizing right. Lag for just a few moments was working. Okay, cool, man. Thank you. Sometimes hard to know what's going out when trying to do other things like my drawing and stuff. Now, I had a bad headache the other day, Chad. Well, not obviously not as bad as your headache, but and you really might not want to do what I did. But I you know how I've been doing all the Wim Hof stuff. So I went for a run. I know it sounds crazy. I went for a run. It wasn't very pleasant. Just a short run, just like a couple of laps of the oval. And when I got home, which isn't very far away, I had one of Wim Hof's famous ice cold showers, and it took a massive edge off the headache, I have to say. It was still just there, but I suppose it depends what's causing the headache. Um, I just kind of figured it all, by getting hot and exercising, it kind of opens your vessels up more, and then by having a cold shower, it kind of contracts them more. And it might all be in my head, but I actually self-medicated something that would work. But doesn't everybody self-medicate? I don't know. Started taking some magnesium, riboflavin vitamins. They're supposed to help. Massage therapist and chiropractor agreed. Yeah, I've heard exercise can help a lot. I try yoga, calms me down. Yep. Yep, and it's understandable that you know you're stressed out in these times. It's crazy timing to be alive. Yeah, and I don't watch the news. That makes me feel so much better. If the world's gonna end, someone will tell me. I'll find out soon enough. Yeah, so here on this page, I kind of shot myself in the foot a bit, um, because had this idea of, I'll create all these elements for the kids' book, and and then I can use different sections of them for later pages and stuff like that, and it will cut down on time. But as it happens, I've had to pretty much redraw them totally anyway. So I don't know how much time I've saved in the long run. And the fact that I'm using sketches underneath the Adobe Draw illustration, um, it takes that vector quality, because if you're illustrating in Adobe Draw, it'll be a vector. But as soon as you've got a sketch underneath it, it's not a vector, and then you're in a world of pain with all the resolution things. You've got to be constantly checking your resolutions. So yeah, yeah. Lol, don't watch the news either. Yeah, totally. The news is a shocker, and the news, it's just a point of view. A biased point of view, it always is. How do you ever know the truth in the world? How can you ever know the truth in the world? Um, and I'm not saying I'm a conspiracy theory guy, but there are, you know, some stuff does turn out to be true sometimes. Just saying. Alright, so now I think I'm going to go dark text. I'll experiment here because we've got. Hold on, Elijah, turn your bedroom over here. And over here we've got Elijah and Crumpet going, what? So I'm going to experiment with, because I've shaded in the veranda slightly. So white text might look better, or black text. I'll try them both. See how we go. That one's a bit thin. I'll go back to, what do they have for, yeah, I should have. Normally when I do a lot of line work in the layer, I'll actually say what thickness the line was, so it's easy to match. It's good if you remember to do it. I think it was 10. It was a bit more than 10 actually. Alright, let's try that for the what. And what are you up to, Chad? I see you've been out in nature taking some beautiful shots out and about. That's got to be good for clearing your head. Sadly, most of it's like farmland. You just can't go walking all over it. Okay, interesting to see if it looks like the right thickness as well. Yeah, it kind of gets a little bit lost on those dark lines behind. Whether I need a slightly fatter text or not. That was 12.5. The 1. So yeah, when I'm feeling up to it, I try to spend as much time outside as possible. It's a great stress release. Yeah, there's scientifically proven stuff about being out in nature. I don't know what it is, but it's good for you. It's like meditation, scientifically proven to be good for you. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's good for you. We've got a nice wetland down near our place, and take the kids around there. And they also make these yummy coffees in the car park, which is pretty cool. I feel like I need to get off coffee again soon. It doesn't do me any favors. Gets my kind of pulse rate up, and you know, as I've said, I have similar things with anxiety and stuff like that. But God, coffee tastes good. It's a hard one to give up. It's got its claws in me. I reckon this might look a little bit clearer. And when you go out and you're taking photos out in nature and stuff like that, Chad, do you do like stuff where you take a whole bunch of photos and have them as what do you call it? Stock photography? Do you put them up for sale or anything? I think that looks a bit clearer. Mm. Chad, yeah, oh yeah, I love coffee. I've tried to slow down too. I try to replace it with green tea. Sometimes green tea just doesn't. I tried green tea as well. Meant to be good for you. Not everything that's good for you tastes good though. But it's not the same. No, no. There's all these because I listen to a lot of self-help podcasts. Some of them are more reputable than others. But anyway, a lot of them try and peddle their mushroom coffee. I don't know, mushroom coffee. Apparently meant to give you the same zing, but without the all the kind of bad side effects you get with having coffee. Don't know if I'm up for mushroom coffee just yet. And not, hallucinogenic mushroom coffee. I mean, because I know a lot of those self-help entrepreneurs are into their psychedelics. Yeah, so this is later in the day. Hey, Scully, great to see you, man. I'm currently illustrating, it's a double page spread. I'll turn it sideways so you can see it. Hold on, Elijah, tidy your bedroom. And Elijah and Crumpet going, what? And we've also got Chad every day in the house, Scully, photographer, brilliant photographer, and Chad meets Scully. Scully is a awesome thriller writer who basically reads his stories online on his YouTube channel, which is an awesome approach. Chad, I've heard about that coffee. Don't think I could do that either too. Yeah, mushroom coffee. Scully, we're just talking alternatives to coffee. It doesn't make you feel all kind of jittery. And have you heard about mushroom coffee? Have you heard about mushroom coffee? Non-hallucinogenic mushroom coffee. Now that line was 10. How's everything going where you are, Scully? I love coffee. You see, I just love it too. And wherever you turn, you see it on TV and movies, and you go, "Oh man, I really want one." I know how I'm gonna do these steps. Need a little bit of light on top of the steps. No, I haven't heard of it yet. Now I can go back through. I'm going to just draw over everyone, and then I just go back through and erase where I've gone over everyone, just to keep the straight line consistent. Working on a digital writing class with Thinkific. Cool. That would be cool, Scully. Yeah, I think a place for a lot of creators and writers and artists and stuff. Good place to make money is, doing to write, Scully. Scully, writing's bloody hard work. Requires much coffee. Now I've got the white lines here. I need to put our characters above it. I see what I've done. I'll make that a different layer. So I've been thinking, I kind of really love doing this live stuff. Just drawing. I kind of tried to put a bit of pressure on me early to kind of, create podcasts, not practical. And so I'm thinking, yeah, I've been busy. Yeah, I have. And it's weird. Like, I wish it was all creative busy, because a lot of it's just paying the bills busy, in terms of mowing lawns and stuff. So I was thinking, instead of like going, oh, I'm going to start up daily vlogging again because I've been inspired by Cody Warner and Casey Neistat, and I want to, do daily vlogs. And it was great fun, and I enjoy doing it, and I love the editing process and all that kind of stuff. But I think more so, I'm probably just want to commit to, like, so at the moment, you're 3/4 YouTube and quarter regular job now. That's really cool, Scully. That's awesome. That's awesome. And so what I was thinking of mainly maybe committing to. So here at the moment, what is it? It's 10 o'clock. I started around 9:30. Is doing a 9:30 a.m. upload kind of every day. So I either upload a vlog or do a live or do something 9:30 every day. Because, I'm spending this time drawing anyway. Might as well just go live at the same time, and if you can go live and connect with people, and that's a bit of a no-brainer. You're working hard to make the move. I bet you are, and you've been consistent, which is the key, I think. because I listen to them all. I listen to Nick Nimmin and Dee Nimmin and all that, and one thing which keeps coming back every time is consistency. That's why I'm kind of thinking I'll be just gotta see where that brings me. If I bring that green plank down under there, that brings me right for there. Just make sure I haven't shot myself in the foot anywhere else. Yep, there'll be a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow if you keep going. Well, a pot of gold, or I just want to do this. I just want to do the stuff. I just want to do the stuff that, lights me up, makes me feel happy, and get paid for it. That's not too much to ask for, is it? No, that one's not going to work. But I like your optimism, Scully. Because I'm worried, you can put in the work. You can put in lots and lots of work and put in the hours and all that, because I'm good at that. I'm good at putting in the work, and I'm not that good at being consistent, but I'm good at putting in lots and lots and lots of work. And I don't know if I really believe in star signs, astrology, and all this kind of stuff, but I must do to a certain degree because I'm mentioning it. But so I'm a Capricorn, and I was born in the year of the ox, and everything that I do, if I look through my past work and all this kind of stuff that I do and all this kind of stuff, I'm a head down, hard work kind of. I'm the guy who, if somebody's moving house, I'm always the guy with a trailer or a van, or or the person, helping them build a fence or something like that. I don't know. And other people, it kind of gives me the shits, but I don't mind to a certain degree. But I've just realised that's the way it's been. And it's only, it's understandable that I should end up mowing lawns for people. Well, I'm not ending up mowing lawns. This is not where I finished my story. But I suppose it's a matter of, self-awareness and trying to use that trait that I have to my best advantage. But I think what I was talking about before is, okay, if I keep doing this, I'll succeed in some way. And I suppose it gets a bit, it gets a bit more urgency on it as well, because I'm 46 now, and I don't want to be mowing people's lawns when I'm 80. And because I've invested so much of my time and life in the creative side of things and industries and stuff like that, I don't have no retirement fund, you might say, for that. Scully, yeah, the hardest part is explaining to friends and family how this works. Yeah. How this works, as in YouTube, or trying to be a creative person for a living and get taken seriously as a creative person, So, out of interest, Chad, Scully, you're saying you're about 3/4 YouTube or whatever. So, are you making enough money from book sales or through your YouTube channel, or how are you? How's that working out for you? Yeah, interested to find out. Some people, I think it's good because you've actually got a product that you can sell, whereas a lot of YouTubers have just got a YouTube channel. Well, what goes on as monetization is concerned? I'm not sure what you mean by it. Well, what goes on? Book sales. Yeah, cool. That's really cool. And do you feel that your YouTube channel has had a big influence on your book sales? Like, are you investing in? I sound like a marketer, don't I? Bloody hell. Facebook ads or Instagram ads or something like that to sell your books, or are you doing it all organic at this stage? I'm just fascinated by this stuff. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm prying. As just trying to work all this stuff out myself. Be great. Be great to have you on a podcast at some stage, Scully, and we can chat about the business of art. Considering I'm a really, I've been doing this kind of stuff a long time, but I wouldn't call myself anywhere near a professional or someone who would teach any of this stuff. But what I feel so well, mostly organically too, and build a community, and this stuff just wasn't available 10 years ago or whatever. I just find it really exciting that we can do that now. Publishers and all this, movie producers and all the executives, they're kind of on the way out. A dying breed now. Mr. Creepy Pasta is making thousands in super chat every time he goes live and reads like me. Okay, Mr. Creepy Pasta. I'll have to check out Mr. Creepy Pasta. He got 1.5 million followers. Wow. I have to look and learn from Mr. Creepy Pasta. Bring the air conditioning down a little bit. So I think I've got all my shading on the veranda. Oh, that's right. I need a bit of shading under the handrail as well. It's preposterous, anyway. It's preposterous, but isn't that bloody awesome as well? The fact that someone can do that means that all we have to do is do it as well. create our own followings, and that's the thing. I've been listening a lot to. I think it's called the Digital Drop podcast. I don't know if you listen to podcasts much, Scully. But it's basically a podcast for people who live stream games, and I find it fascinating that the ways people playing games online can make money from just doing that. Like, I tell any of my friends that there's people out there making making their fortunes playing games online, and they just don't believe me. But it's true. And sure, that's the minority are making fortunes, but But some people out there are making enough money that they don't actually have to go to work. That's my goal, make enough money that you don't have to go to work as opposed to work. I know, it gives you hope. Is that an Acadian style house? I haven't heard of that. What this house is, and I'm sure it looks a lot like a lot of kind of some American influence style house, but in um, but in Queensland, where Elijah and Crumpet come from, they don't actually live in a house like this. But this style of house, which is lifted off of the ground, and it's timber frame, timber house off the ground, because it's quite hot and humid in Queensland. This style house is called a Queenslander. So yeah, in Australia that's called a Queenslander. Scully, Dr. Disrespect, check out his live. He makes $50,000 to $100,000 every live stream. My God. That's why artists have to be doing. I mean, artist live streams. I don't think. I don't think there's any artist live streams, painters or illustrators or whatever, that are making lots of money. But if you see, I look at the art of Aaron Blazy. He's done some stuff with Disney and animated Brother Bear and all this kind of stuff. And he goes live once a week, and he gets hundreds of people on his live, you know. And so he should. Like, he's an amazing artist. And here I am illustrating on my mobile phone. It's you know, soon, maybe after this book, I'm gonna get paid for this book. Um, I might get an iPad or something like that. Something, because working small is a bit difficult when you're illustrating large, doing long lines, trying to illustrate long lines. You have to kind of do it in bits. Canadians in South Louisiana live in hot, humid conditions with periodic flooding. Yeah, same as Queensland. So yeah, no wonder that's probably an influence from that part of America as well. So floods, humidity, floods, mosquitoes, big snakes. Not necessarily poisonous ones. We do have a lot of poisonous. We've got all the poisonous snakes where we live. We've got the eastern brown snake, one of the most poisonous snakes on the planet. And we had, one year we were lucky enough to have two in our house in the space of a month, of the eastern brown snake, which almost killed our dog. Um, and my wife was pregnant at the time, and we had one come in our bedroom and went under the bed. Like, my wife was having a midday nap because she was pregnant and tired, and she goes, "What's the dog up to?" He's like mucking around, and they go, "Oh, he's just got a brown snake bailed up in the bedroom, and this bedroom's only got, it's an old house, there's only one door out." And you know, but they don't come looking for trouble. They're just coming to cool off on our stone floors. So, I don't hold it against snake. I just don't want it to kill anyone that I love, or any of my pets. Snakes and alligators, yeah. No wonder you'd have a house off the ground. I wonder if alligators can climb stairs. East Eater, moccasin, aka cottonmouth, and copperheads. Yeah, right. So I've got some shading in around here. I need to what do I need? I need a bit of shadow out this way too. So I've got the sun on the opposite side of the house. Because this house appears twice and I'm kind of doing morning light and evening light. Um, green. Oh. Time for a phone call. No caller ID is always a worry. I should turn my phone off. There we go. This is real. That's just to prove. Water moccasins, I meant. Okay, I have to check them out. Green shade. Now I have to kind of... Dinner time. Catch you later. Have an awesome dinner. Scully, what are you having for dinner? I'll check you next time, sir. And best of luck with everything, and hope you get to be 100% YouTube soon, man. Keep plugging away. Ooh, trout you caught yesterday. Man, you're living the life. Living the life. Well, thanks so much for dropping in, man. Hopefully catch you again soon, or I might catch one of yours again soon. Oh, and just so you know, Scully, so this I'm using the Prism Studio desktop app to do this, so you might be interested there. Fried fish and tartar tots. Cool. Yeah, I need to start taking my eldest daughter wants to go fishing soon. Catch you later. So a bit of shade there. I need a bit more darkness in. Okay, I need to go on the black layer. It's weird, battery's actually going well today, which is uncommon. So window black, so we're gonna, because we've got black behind these little heart shapes, my theory was that they were little cutouts. Why not have heart shapes? And I really love just adding in shadow. It seems to just really bring it to life. Shadows and highlights. Ah, I know why that's not working. Because I've got my shadow behind the character of Mum. Now, what would happen if I bring her down underneath? I'm probably going to find some ugly layers over top of it. No, okay, so I can just do a bit of an experiment here and try and bring in some highlights. So now she's fully in shade. Doesn't really doesn't really jump out at you, and I'll try and bring in some white onto her. So let's give this a go. And you never know where light is going to exactly land or what it's going to do. So I think it's what you class as artistic license. That mean you're an artist, mate? So a bit of a highlight down here. Let me just and sometimes if you bring the light across somewhere where it's not as obvious, just go, okay. Now let's get the hair. Need to bring in, get the eraser nice and fine so it gets a nice hard edge. I don't know if I've made it too spiky there. I don't know what that suggests her hair's doing. Whether it's really I'll go with it for the time being. This part is really fun. I love doing it. It's like sculpting excavating something, digging something out of the illustration. Now, I think we'll go a little bit of a nose shadow. If it doesn't look too silly. Give that a go for starters. It looks a bit odd now, but we'll see. Guessing here a bit. It's kind of there. I've still got to take away more, I think. Let me just check out what that message is. And then we'll get back to it. Yep. Alrighty. Back to the drawing at hand. What I should have, I could make the live stream quite elaborate, and when I receive messages or what have you, I should have a little, on one of my screens, an intermission time lapse that plays or something like that, and some on hold music. It doesn't look quite so heavy in there. Still think the shadow is too heavy. Probably need to do another shadow, which is maybe this really dark shadow I just have as the real kind of edge of the character, and then come in. I don't know what kind of percentage I'm at with this shadow, 44%. So if I come in with a really light shadow just to do, because it's just too strong at the moment. Certainly, I mean, when you look back at it like that, kind of looks good. I mean, the character really pops out, doesn't he? That's what we want. It was one of the whole reasons why I wanted to do this picture book in layers, so I could do things like throw backgrounds out of focus and adjust coloring in the background, so you can kind of mute all the colors in your background and then have the characters quite bright so they really pop on the page. Also, when you're adding text and stuff, you can darken behind the writing naturally without having to do what you see in so many books, where people just go, oh, we'll just fuzz out that area behind the text. I kind of like to try and integrate it and make it feel like it's more of a design of a book. The text can often feel a bit like an afterthought in a kid's book. Not that I'm fully integrating the text, but at least it's got that same handwritten feel. It's got that unique feel. So just some more uncovering of my mum character. Actually, I might delete some of that, undo some of that. I'll give a little bit of shade to the edge of her top. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Yeah, and I'll do the same for this edge up here. There could have even be a little bit of shadow from a head and neck, maybe. Muck around with that. I think. How are we going here for battery? Oh, 26%. Well, okay, battery's doing well today. I don't know why some days the battery on my laptop just goes like that when I'm live streaming, because I have no power source where I am here. Basically the car park of the library. I mean, I could go into the library, but I can't quite talk as loudly and freely as I would like to. It's funny, I just keep taking away more and more. But I think I'm going to add a lot more in with the lighter layers. That's going to look... needs a bit more. I think I'm going to cut out most of that hair and come in with a finer shade. It's fun mucking around with shadows, I love it. Yeah. At 44, I can bring that down. Let's say 15. I'm going to call it 15. I'll write 15 on there just so I remember. Deep in concentration. Just trying to work out what works. I think the smooth edges are the best. Because I haven't really done much of this hair shading type business. Because this is quite a strong evening light. Not entirely convinced. I might take a bit out of here. Oops. Yeah. Still think I have to get rid of a bit more shadow. It's hard to know. When I look at it further away, it's good because it stands out. When I look at it close up, it looks a bit too heavy-handed, so what I might do is just take a little bit more off from around here. It just looks a bit strong. Oh, I can see I've done something up here. Considering I've got smooth everywhere else, I probably should smooth out these bits, I reckon. Where are we? Go back shadows. A little bit out of here too. So a bit of shadow, I think, down the side of her face. Just do some filling in to start with. Take it away. Well, my disk is full because I record this as well, so and as soon as I hit about 10% batteries, I'm on 11% now. I'll sign out so I can still have a little bit of something on my computer. Oh, I've got a low battery signal. I think I'll make that a little bit less there, but anyway, I'll keep continuing on that. Thanks so much, Scarly, for dropping in, and also Chad. So cool to have you guys in the live chat. Anyone watching back, I'd love to hear any questions you might have, comments, whatever. Chuck them underneath, and I definitely respond to all my comments. Yeah, and I shall check everyone next time. Oh, and if you could hit the thumbs up, that would mean that, I don't know, maybe the algorithm likes it. I don't know. What is the algorithm? Anyway, thanks so much. Catch you later, everyone.